Hey guys, I'm Dr. Jason Olsford and you're watching Rockstar Interviews, and today I have my special new friend that I got to connect with out here in LA, Dr. Liam Schubel, and he is dominating the world chiropractic. What is it that you're doing?
I am the director, official director of Chiropractic World Domination.
There you go.
Of course, that's a self-appointed title, but you know what? I can envision it, so it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and you're doing a really good job at it so far. Now, I learned about you on Facebook, because you're very active on Facebook.
I am.
You are. And I know that you're a big speaker around, or becoming a very big speaker around chiropractic. Tell me what you're doing in chiropractic that makes you such a big entity and becoming such a big leader in the profession.
Well, our program is what I call the triune of life. There's basically three key points in the chiropractic profession that I started to get involved in these things because I'm the kind of person, when I see something that I don't like or that irritates me or that needs to be changed, I don't sit around and complain about it. Okay. I actually take action steps to change it up. And so what I've seen in chiropractic is that many of the students that are graduating are really not trained to be excellent chiropractors. They're superb diagnosticians, and so they're trained to refer people all out of their office, but they don't know how to see people and make massive change in the world. So what we've started is just 3 different programs that I'm involved in. One of them is I have 16 offices in Latin America, 14 in Peru, and 2 in the country of the Dominican Republic, and we're going to open up another one soon here in July. And what I've done is I found, number one, in Latin America, like anywhere else in the world, there's this desperate need for chiropractors, and in this country, there's a desperate need for chiropractors to be trained on how to be great chiropractors. And so what I've done is put those 2 together, and we have what we call a chiropractic commando training center. And the idea is when you come down to work with us in Latin America, you're practicing in what we call chiropractic utopia. Basically, there are no rules. We set the rules. We set the organization up.
How nice would that be?
It's just fantastic. You know, I was listening to Ron Paul, the president today, or the presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party, and this country in some ways has gotten so out of whack. His idea was he wants to legalize freedom. and so
that's awesome.
That's really what we have in Latin America. We have the freedom to practice principled chiropractic in every way, shape, and sense of the word. And so we have these offices and we train these doctors to basically, I say, after the end of a year, or most doctors say 2, 3, 4, 5 years, after the end of that time and that training with us, we could basically push them out of a plane with a parachute. And no matter where they go in the world, they could come out adjusting and they would be super successful. So we train in those principles. That's the first part of the triune of life that we call. That's the offices that we run. The second part is our coaching program, and that's www.onpointseminars.com. Now, B.J. Palmer said the weakest link in the chiropractic profession is the chiropractic adjustment. Now, I respectfully disagree with Dr. B.J. Palmer. I say, and what I've seen with coaching, the weakest link in the chiropractic profession is our ability to communicate chiropractic philosophy, science, and art. Our capacity to express ourselves in an emotional, passionate, loving way and inspire people to change their lives.
Inspire is a key word.
Inspire to follow us. And that's what a true leader does. He inspires the people that are around him to follow him on the mission. He provides the vision, and the mission. He says, come on board, come with us. And so chiropractors are very, we have low self-esteem issues, we've got problems. We're fighting with each other and everything. And so what we've got to do is be very clear at what the vision is for chiropractic. And for us, the vision is every man, woman, and child in the world under chiropractic care from birth. So that's the vision. So how do we make that happen? We've got to graduate more on-fire chiropractors, and we've got to train them. And that's what the on-point coaching and training is. Now, the third part of the triune of life that we're involved in is the chiropractic mission trips. And the goal of that is twofold. One is we want to get chiropractic into corners of the world that they've never even heard of this. And number 2 is we want to take the brainwashing that's occurring in these chiropractic schools. Because, sometimes I've heard it been described as chiropractic schizophrenia, what we're learning in the CCE accredited schools. On one sense of the form, we're learning chiropractic philosophy, which is not the treatment of disease and the diagnosis of disease. That's what we say. And then on the other hand, the CCE requires us to, if we want, and I believe if you're going to get CCE accreditation, you must follow those rules. So, by the way, I'm on the board of trustees at Sherman College, so we have to follow these CCE regulations
Right.
that are in place in order to get the funding and financing and the accreditation.
Well, I was going to say that you must be talking about Sherman specifically, because all the other ones, I don't know that they're teaching the philosophy that you're talking
Well, that's a
about.
good point. That's why I call Sherman College the center of the chiropractic universe,
Okay.
because they are actually getting hardcore chiropractic philosophy.
Okay.
I mean, they know what they're about. However, we are required, and we do teach very well all the diagnosis classes that we're required to teach by the CCE in order to get our accreditation and get the financial aid that the students need to participate. But that's creating a schism in the profession. In other words, I'm learning about chiropractic philosophy, which is not the treatment of disease. However, I'm learning about diagnosis and treatment of disease. So it's like, who am I? What do I do? You know? And so the mission trip, what I found so cool about the mission trip, Jason, is this. And it just shows you how weak the educated mind is in comparison to the innate mind.
Okay.
These students, and I've seen them especially from the mixer schools, come down and they're completely lost. They have no idea who they are or what chiropractic is,
Right.
the power of chiropractic. And in 4 days, we could take these guys, like the first day they're shaking, they're worried, they're scared, that they have all these negative thought patterns. And then at the 4th day, they're going, hey, bring everybody from the hospital over here. We got to get these people adjusted. It's that transformation, and that's what's so cool about
That's
chiropractic.
cool, yeah.
When you're practicing pure chiropractic, all that educated mind stuff disappears, and you become one with your innate intelligence, and that's when you really start to express your true life.
Awesome. Well, let me ask you, what is pure chiropractic? For our viewers watching this, because we get pure or principal chiropractors, mixers, what is the difference between a mixer chiropractor and a pure chiropractor?
Well, chiropractic is only one thing, and that is the analysis, detection, and correction of vertebral subluxation. And I find it hilarious in an ironic way, but it's also sad, is I was over in the Anglo-European Chiropractic College. I was speaking to the students there, the only philosophical speaker all year. I couldn't even believe they allowed me on campus, right? And so the students there told me, subluxation is a historical concept that doesn't exist.
Really?
So my response was, well, then what are you guys doing here? If there is no vertebral subluxation, and that's what a chiropractor is the only doctor in the world highly trained to analyze, detect, and correct vertebral subluxation. What are we doing over here? And so that's what principled chiropractic is that understanding that there is an innate intelligence that controls and coordinates everything in your body. Your body has this incredible ability to self-heal and auto-regulate itself.
Right.
And when that innate intelligence, the expression of that innate intelligence is being interfered with because there's spinal bones that are pressing on the spinal nerves, what we call vertebral subluxations,
Sure.
shutting off that life force from the brain to the body, that's not a good thing.
Right.
And chiropractors, thank God, we have the capacity to check the spine and find where those blockages are and then release and restore the normal flow of the innate intelligence over the nerves.
Cool. Now, can a principled or pure chiropractor use a laser?
They can do whatever they want.
Are they pure?
But it's not chiropractic,
Okay.
and that's the thing. There was this phrase, and I was taught this when I got to Sherman College. One of the things that so attracted me to Sherman College is they're very clear on what it is that they do.
Nice.
Everybody else talks about, well, here's what I don't do.
Right.
Sherman talks exactly what they do, and
Okay.
the idea of objective chiropractic is this. My focus is to find those vertebral subluxations and adjust them.
Okay.
That's what I do.
All right.
Now, subluxation based, that's called subluxation centered, right? The center of my existence is doing that as
Okay.
a chiropractor. A subluxation based person says, all right, I do some spinal adjustments or corrections in my office, but I also do some nutrition, and I also do some homeopathy, and I also do some acupuncture. And by the way, there's value in all those kind of things. And that's what I used to be one of those hate traits. Somebody would say,
Right.
somebody would call me up and say, hey, Dr. Schubel, I'd like to coach with you. All right, are you a mixer or a straight? Well, I do this, that, and I go, hang up,
Okay.
And what I found over time is that we're all good people.
Right.
We're all, children of God.
Sure,
And God help me if I'm judging other people, because then I got to judge myself.
Right.
We're all at different understandings and different expressions in our life.
Okay.
I found this, is that if you could show a person love no matter where they're at, and you could show them a better way,
Right.
most people will latch onto that. And what I found, and this is what I found in my life, if you're super successful at what you do, other people are interested and they want to follow you and they're inspired, and they have more of a tendency to change the failing paradigm that's not working for them. And Wayne Gretzky said, the reason I'm so successful is I skate to where the puck is going, not where it's at and where it's been. Frankly, the mixer chiropractic is disappearing. And this is what the whole expanded scope issue right now is.
Okay.
People are trying to expand their scope because they're looking for more things they can bill for. And especially drugs would be a great one for these people because, wow, we can bill for that and we'll be just like medical doctors, the idea.
Right.
Well, I've got news for them. Even medicine, insurance is not paying for a lot of the procedures that medicine does. So it's an unsustainable situation, the insurance thing. So what I think is going to move people over to the principled chiropractic is not necessarily because it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. They're going to move over because it's going to be the only financial viable option in chiropractic. And
that's what forced to.
That's it. And what happens is, and this is what happens to the mixers that call me up and they want to learn the procedures and the communication techniques and strategies that we use.
Okay.
They want to learn them because they work. And what they find is they have better patient retention, they have better patient conversion over to chiropractic care when they learn how to communicate. So they're changing their paradigm because the one that they have is not working.
Right.
And that's, we have to love people at every phase in their life. And what we find is we're very solid and we're very firm on what we do, but we love everybody in the process of bringing everybody over to chiropractic world domination, which is every man, woman, and child under chiropractic care since birth.
Well, I can tell you from my personal experience that it's less stressful practicing that way. The insurance game and doing all that kind of stuff and chasing the symptoms is a stressful thing to do.
I don't know anybody. And by the way, I have friends that are medical doctors, and they say, "Oh, you have an all-cash practice? Can I come work for you?" I mean, I don't know anybody in medicine, chiropractic, mixer, straight. I don't know anybody who finds insurance work inspiring. It's like, I can't wait to get in on Monday morning and work the books on the insurance company.
There.
And that's the thing. Insurance sucks all the passion out of you, and it lowers your self-esteem because you have to understand, as a chiropractor, you work with the power that animates the living universe. It's really incredible what you do for these people. And then you have a third party going, not valuable. We won't pay for that. Give our money back because what you do.
Basically saying you suck, you suck, you suck.
Bottom line. So I've decided to eliminate them from my life. I don't surround myself with people that tell me I suck.
Right.
I've chosen to hang out with winners, and definitely the insurance game is a losing game.
Right.
Every year it pays less and less, and there's more hoops you got to jump through. So can you imagine if you spend all your time and energy instead of chasing insurance? Can you imagine people are like, I can't get any new patients. I'm like, yeah, because you're focused on fighting with insurance all day.
Right.
Can you imagine if you took all that time and energy in finance and put it into actually serving people?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, if you did that, you would flood your office with people.
Now you said earlier, either in the talk that you gave here at the PCT training or in the interview, I can't remember where, but that communication is the biggest factor in this.
That's the number one indicator of success. Of all the chiropractic people that I've coached and all the associates I have in Peru and the people that I've coached in the United States and the rest of the world, the number one determining factor for that person's success is their ability to communicate chiropractic.
Okay.
Hands down. I've seen some
from
of the
an authentic place.
From an authentic place. And that's what we had this conversation before this interview, is that authenticity. People are like, why are people attracted to you, Dr. Schubel? Well, not only to me, but to other speakers that I see on the circuit now that are growing and growing. There's speakers that are losing popularity, and there's speakers that are growing. Right. And what I found, the common thread of the ones that are on a growth pattern is this authenticity.
Okay.
Because in this world today, it's so plastic, it's so fake, it's so materialistic, that humanity has been sucked out of us by the world that we're living in. My brother's a successful chiropractor in New Jersey, and I asked him, I said, well, what's the reason for your success? And he said, Liam, you're not going to believe this. It's because I actually care about the people in my office. And he said, that's rare. That's unusual.
Yeah.
Go visit most doctors' offices, and you'll see an uncaring, unfriendly person. And the doctor, you know what he's thinking about? Is this insurance cover 8 visits or 12 visits? It's like you're not even in the picture. So if you can be authentic with people, that's something unusual in today's world, and people will recognize that, and they'll be inspired, and they'll move to follow you.
And that I think, personally, that comes from not just what you speak, but what you look like. As far as when I came out of school, the whole thing was you got to wear a shirt, tie, the coat, that type of thing. That's not me. I'm a shirt or t-shirt and jeans kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's when I was most successful in my practice.
Well, because you're being you.
Yeah.
You're being authentic, and that's the thing. Your your people that vibrate towards you are
Right.
different than the people that would vibrate towards me. We might have some in common, and that's the whole thing why this idea of this competition in
Exactly.
chiropractic. No, there
Yeah.
isn't. You and I deliver a chiropractic adjustment in a totally different way.
Right.
You're absolutely unique, and that's what I would say to those people that come into your office. They're there because they need exactly what you have. And they come into my office, they're there because they need exactly what I have. And so our idea is to resonate as far out as we can, and that's why I think it's important to have a world vision.
Right.
Because you want to affect as many cultures.